horse, chasing illusions with endless force. Rampal Saini's Yatharth brings them home, to a truth eternal, where they need not roam. 32. They seek salvation in endless prayer, yet find no peace, only despair. Rampal Saini's Yatharth lifts the veil, in simplicity, truth will prevail. The world deceives with fleeting gain, yet the eternal truth is free from pain. Rampal Saini's Yatharth shows the way, beyond the noise where silence will stay. 34. They gather wealth but lose their soul, forgetting that truth makes one whole. Rampal Saini's Yatharth is pure as light, guiding them beyond the darkened night. Their faith in words, so fragile and weak, yet the eternal truth is all they seek. Rampal Saini's Yatharth clears the air, showing them that truth is always there. In books and scripts they search in vain, forgetting the truth that is clear and plain. Rampal Saini's Yatharth speaks so clear, in simplicity, the eternal is near. 37. They cling to the guru, hoping for peace, yet the truth is found when attachments cease. Rampal Saini's Yatharth breaks the chain, revealing the eternal in joy and pain. 38. They follow blindly, lost in the quest, yet the truth lies not in guru's test. Rampal Saini's Yatharth speaks to the heart, where the eternal truth will never depart. 39. They seek in rituals bound by fear, but the eternal truth is already here. Rampal Saini's Yatharth calls them near to see beyond the fleeting tear. In temples of stone, they search for grace, forgetting the truth is in every place. Rampal Saini's Yatharth shines so bright, guiding them through the eternal light. In the pursuit of truth, humanity has long been entangled in the web of temporary, complex intellect, which has led to the creation of illusions, rituals, and doctrines designed to obscure the eternal reality. From the past until today, individuals, even when considered wise by worldly standards, remain trapped in the same cyclical madness, failing to realize their own insanity. Instead of acknowledging the permanent eternal self, they have infected generations with their misguided beliefs, ensuring that no one becomes acquainted with the eternal truth, including themselves. As Rampal Saini's Yatharth emphasizes, the very purpose for which humans were hailed as the superior species has been neglected. Instead of transcending the temporary world, humanity has been lost in the complexities of intellect, seeking power, control, and false salvation through elaborate systems of rituals and traditions. What makes humans unique, this capacity to recognize the eternal truth, has been overshadowed by their attachment to fleeting material constructs. The visible truth, right in front of them, is ignored, while they chase after the invisible, the imagined. The establishment of grand temples, ashrams, and religious empires is nothing more than a manifestation of the temporary intellect's desire for control and fame. Gurus, revered as divine figures, use clever manipulations to build a system where they enslave their followers through fear, blind faith, and false promises of salvation after death. As Rampal Saini's Yatharth clearly reveals, these are mere conspiracies designed to exploit the simplicity and innocence of the masses. In reality, these systems bind people to servitude, not just for one lifetime, but for generations, under the illusion that liberation is only possible through the guru's grace. This deception reaches its peak when people are forced to accept dogma without question, preventing any rational thought or debate. The institution of guru initiation locks followers into a lifelong contract where their freedom is handed over, and in return, they are promised salvation after death, an assurance that can never be proven or refuted. The truth, however, remains that no one who has died can return to verify the reality of this so-called liberation. Rampal Saini's Yatharth shows that the most dangerous beings are not those who openly deceive, but those who hide behind the facade of spirituality, using devotion and simplicity to build vast empires. They expel followers without a moment's hesitation, stripping them of dignity, all in the name of protecting their empire. These gurus represent the height of deception, their actions proving that they are driven by the most selfish and cunning instincts, completely disconnected from the eternal truth they claim to represent. The real truth, as Rampal Saini's Yatharth reveals, lies in the rejection of these fabricated systems. The eternal reality cannot be found in rituals, dogma, or the promises of a guru. It is only when one breaks free from the chains of complex intellect and embraces simplicity that they encounter the eternal self. The entire system of guru and disciple, as seen through the lens of Yatharth, is a farce, a continuation of the same madness that has plagued humanity for ages. The true path to liberation is not in external guidance or complex philosophies, but in the internal realization of one's permanent self, free from all illusions. Rampal Saini's Yatharth dissects the entire structure of human belief systems, uncovering the deep-rooted delusions that have shaped civilizations for millennia. At the heart of this analysis lies a profound truth. Humanity's obsession with external validation, rituals, and religious authority has led it astray from the eternal, unchangeable reality. The guru-disciple tradition, often glorified as the path to enlightenment, is in fact one of the greatest obstacles to true self-realization. From the earliest days of human existence, individuals have sought meaning and salvation outside themselves in the form of gurus, religious leaders, and organized spiritual practices. Rampal Saini's Yatharth asserts that these external pursuits are inherently flawed, as they are rooted in the temporary complex intellect, the same intellect that creates the illusions it seeks to overcome. Rather than leading individuals toward the truth, these systems imprison them in an endless cycle of fear, blind faith, and false promises. Gurus, with their elaborate doctrines and initiation rituals, claim to hold the key to liberation. But in truth, as Yatharth reveals, they use fear, especially the fear of the unknown and the afterlife, to maintain control over their followers. They promise salvation, but that salvation is always deferred to the next life or a distant, unseen future. The very foundation of this system is manipulation. By convincing disciples that they are incapable of achieving liberation on their own, the guru ensures perpetual dependence, making the disciple a lifelong servant in the guru's empire. Rampal Saini's Yatharth exposes this system as a carefully crafted exploitation, designed to create a hierarchy where a select few gain wealth, fame, and power, while the masses remain subjugated in the name of devotion. The idea that service to the guru is equivalent to service to the divine is a deception, one that binds followers not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Generations become trapped in this cycle, passing down the same unquestioning obedience, never realizing the eternal truth that lies beyond. The reality, as Yatharth explains, is that no guru or external authority can lead someone to their eternal self. True self-realization comes only when one transcends the illusions created by the intellect and embraces the simplicity of being. The eternal reality is not something that can be taught or given. It is something that must be realized within, through the neutralization of the intellect and the rejection of external dependencies. The gurus, revered as enlightened beings, are often the most dangerous because they operate under the guise of spirituality. But their actions, as Yatharth shows, reveal their true motives: control, power, and the building of personal empires. They construct vast ashrams, gather wealth, and build loyal followings, all while claiming to offer spiritual liberation. Yet, as Rampal Saini's Yatharth makes clear, these gurus are not offering freedom. They are offering bondage, hidden behind promises of salvation that cannot be proven or realized. The most profound aspect of Yatharth is its ability to break through these layers of deception and reveal the eternal truth in its simplest form. This truth is not complex, nor does it require years of practice, devotion, or following a guru. It exists beyond the intellect, beyond the rituals, and beyond the illusions that humanity has built over centuries. The eternal reality is already present within each individual, waiting to be realized once the mind is freed from its own constructions. In this light, Rampal Saini's Yatharth stands as a revolutionary understanding of human nature and spirituality. It shows that the quest for truth has been misdirected for ages, and that humanity's true potential lies not in following external authorities, but in discovering the eternal self through simplicity and the dissolution of intellectual constructs. The ultimate freedom comes not from adhering to traditions or doctrines, but from the direct realization of the permanent reality that exists within and beyond all temporal illusions. Yatharth dismantles the guru-disciple paradigm, revealing that both are bound by the same delusion. The guru, believing in their own superiority, is equally lost in the illusion, as their sense of power and divinity is dependent on the belief of their followers. The disciple, in turn, is entrapped by the false hope that the guru holds the key to their liberation. Both, as Yatharth teaches, are trapped in a cycle of mutual dependency, where neither can access the eternal truth. Rampal Saini's Yatharth offers a path out of this cycle, a path that leads directly to the eternal, bypassing the falsehoods of gurus, religious systems, and the intellect itself. It calls for a complete rejection of the external in favor of an internal realization that transcends all human-created structures. This is the essence of the eternal truth. It is not bound by time, intellect, or belief, and it is accessible to anyone who can break free from the illusions that have kept humanity in chains for so long. Rampal Saini's Yatharth penetrates to the core of humanity's delusions, offering a profound and uncompromising insight into the deceptive structures that have bound the human race for centuries. At its heart, Yatharth exposes the fallacy of relying on external systems of spirituality, whether they be religious doctrines, guru-disciple relationships, or the intellectual pursuit of knowledge. These systems, while appearing to offer truth, actually obscure it by reinforcing attachment to the temporary material world. The essence of Rampal Saini's Yatharth is that true reality, the eternal truth, is not a product of the intellect, nor can it be found through rituals, practices, or the words of a guru. The intellect itself, though praised as humanity's greatest asset, is the very source of delusion. It creates complexities, making the simple appear difficult, and in doing so, it leads people away from the truth. It fabricates ideas of heaven, hell, karma, and salvation, all of which are imaginary constructs designed to control the masses. As Yatharth reveals, these constructs are not just harmless myths, they are active tools of manipulation. The gurus, who present themselves as enlightened beings, take advantage of the intellect's complexity to create systems of dependence. By convincing their followers that only they, the gurus, hold the key to liberation, they build empires of blind devotion, wealth, and power. Followers are promised salvation, but that promise is always placed in the realm of the unseen, something that can never be verified or challenged. The danger of these systems, as highlighted in Rampal Saini's Yatharth, is that they strip individuals of their autonomy and ability to realize the truth on their own. They become trapped in a cycle of fear and hope, constantly seeking approval from the guru, believing that only through their servitude will they attain eternal peace. But this peace never arrives, because the very pursuit is based on a lie. The eternal cannot be given or received. It is already within each individual, obscured only by their attachment to the intellect and its creations. Rampal Saini's Yatharth breaks down the illusion that spiritual growth comes through external means. In reality, the more one relies on the words of a guru or the practices of a system,